Hi students, this is K. Mujakar, lecturer in commerce. In today's video, we can discuss about international project appraisal. What is meant by international project appraisal and what is its significance? We can discuss in detail. Before going to discuss this video, till now who have not yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel in order to get the more update notifications, and also share to your friends. Due to sharing, your friends may also get benefited. Here, what is meant by international project appraisal? Is there is any necessary to do the international project appraisal? Yes, definitely we should make a international project appraisal. Why? Because at present global scenario there is a stiff competition due to introduction of LPG concept in the year 1991, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization. Due to introduction of such concept, there is a lot of pressure and competition throughout the world. So if there is an same products or any other related activities, there is a more competition. In order to compete that competition, we should make our company as a best one due to making analysis in before in advance only. Why? Because we know that our stock market is temporary market or volatile market, or if we get the profits today, we unable to get the profits tomorrow, or if we are getting the losses, definitely we are tomorrow we will not get the losses. Definitely if we try to achieve a more, then definitely we will get a profits on the next analysis. So whatever it may be, if profits or losses or whatever it may be, before doing or before making an a project appraisal or a proper investment decisions, or in order to compete any company in our global scenario, we should make a project appraisal in advance. If there is an our appraisal is good, then automatically we can compete any company throughout the global world. Yes or no? For example, if our strategic is good, if our planning is good, then automatically not only in 2022 year, automatically in number of years also we will get the profits. But only one thing, before making any project appraisal, we should make a thorough analysis, that is here international project appraisal. Here we can see the some of the key points how we are making as a international project appraisal. And also we should know that we should, before appraising or before making any decisions in our company, we should make a proper analysis on the internal environment as well as external environment. And we should focus more on the external environment. Why? Because in the internal environment we know that we can control and it is in the hands of our company. If there is an effective management, automatically when we can control. External environment is the beyond the environment. So before doing, we should make a thorough analysis on it. So here we can move into the introduction part. Here international project appraisal, also known as, by we are calling it as a varieties of names. What are they? Such as internal company analysis. See here we are making a internal company analysis. uh, that is we are evaluating the what is the strength of the company analysis. Due to analysis we can know what is a mistake or how to rectify it, and we can make a solution. Or if there is an profits also, in order to compete in next year, in order to get the more profits, definitely there should be some modifications, like we are modifying the profiling the organization, and we also assessing the capability or resource audit position, and also strategic advantage analysis. Proper planning, it is the process of a evaluating a company's posture related to its business competition. So what we are doing, in order to compete any business competition, even though within the India or outside the country, whatever it may be, in order to face by our company throughout the global world. And also what we are doing here, we are making a overall performance and its capability in terms of strength and weaknesses. There are lot of techniques, we know that there are lot of techniques, still we can say that, like SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis means assessing the strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Opportunities and threats. Strength and opportunities on one side, weaknesses and this is on one side. Still we are doing, we can make also a pestle analysis or step analysis or various types of strategics are there before making decisions in order to meet any companies. So here international project appraisal, we can call it as a variety of names such as internal company analysis, profiling the organization, capability or resource audit position, and strategic advantage analysis is the process of evaluating a company's posture relative to its business competition, even though within India and outside the country, or overall performance and its capability in terms of strength and weaknesses. Next, project signify commitment and allocation of large sum of benefits which will accrue over a long period of time in future. Project thus involves long term expenditure, and the amount of expenditure being generally large. An important characteristics of project as distinct from day-to-day working capital expenditure, and that is irreversible. Once committed, it is difficult. Okay, I will say one of example to you here, my dear student friends. Say for example, okay, we are taking a long-term investment decisions. Yes or no? We are taking a long-term investment decisions. Long-term investment decisions, we know that it benefits will move on to the 3 years or more. We are calling as long-term investment decisions. Okay, I will give you another example here. Say our budget analysis is not 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs. Our budget analysis is 1000 crores. Our project analysis is 1000 crores. We are our company. We should make a decisions on such amount. It is a very huge amount. Yes or no? It is very huge amount. Majorly, we can say. Okay, for example, if our project is good, our appraisal is good, or our decision is good, our amount is safe. We will get definitely benefits for our project, after a good analysis. For example, if there is an any mistakes, if there is an any, if we doesn't done any proper modification in such a project appraisal, what it may happen, automatically it leads to affect heavy losses to our company. Not only lose by our goodwill to our company, as well as we will get the entire losses to our company. So once making the decisions, once taking our project analysis into the action, before we should make a proper analysis on our project. We should make a proper analysis on our project. So it is a long term benefit. It is a long term benefit. So once if we take in the decision, we can't get back. We can't get back. So whatever it may be the decision, in order to face through global level, within India, throughout the global world, we should make a project appraisal in a proper way. Why? Because its decisions is once committed, we can't get back. So here, project signifies commitment and allocation of large sum of benefits. Why we are doing this? We know that our in long term benefits, our long term project always gives the benefits in a long run. So our project, mainly what it signifying, it signifies a commitment. What commitment? In order to derive a benefits in a long term. So that is our project commitment. So project signifies a commitment and allocation of large sum of benefits during which accrue a long period of time in future. So not only that, every company, why they will start the business? In order to move into the long run. If for example, we know that according to the going concern concept in the accounting, if we start business today, In order to in order to liquidate it tomorrow, we will not keep the business. Yes or no? So same as here also, we are project our project signifies a commitment and allocation of long term large sum benefits, and our benefits are accruing over a long period of time in future. So our project thus involves long term expenditure, the amount of expenditure being large, generally large. So if we so okay, another example I'll give you here. If we keep the 1,000 crores, if there is a proper strategic decision in future, automatically if there is a good means, automatically we can get the at least, just I am giving the one brief statement. If our budget project is 1,000 crores, if there is a good strategic or proper analysis, or we have taken the good decisions, then automatically it leads to the 10,000 crores we can get the 10,000 crores. if we if we have not making the proper decision, what it will happen? It will move into the losses. So our project signifies one of the commitment and allocation of large sum of benefits which accrue a long term benefit in future. So whatever it may be, before getting the 10,000 crores in future profit, we should make a proper budget of according to the company's plan, according to the company's size of the company, according to the size of the company. Say for example, I am taking as a 1,000 crores. So before I will get the profits in future, before that I have to keep my expenditure, or I have to make a budget in my company. So our project signifies a commitment regarding the future. So it allocates a large sum of benefits which will accrue long term benefits in future, and also it involves a long term expenditure, the amount of expenditure being generally large. Yes or no? So an important characteristics of projects are distinct from day to day working capital type expenditure that is irreversible. Once committed, it is difficult to liquidate without substantial loss. So we know that it is not a working capital management. What is mean by here working capital management? Working capital management is nothing but it is the short term capital which it can be which the or working capital means nothing but, say for example, current assets like debtors like say for example like stock debtors etc are called as a current assets. Yes or no? What is meant by working capital here or current assets? The assets which can be converted into cash within a 1 year or less, within a 1 year period of time or less, is called as an working capital management. Yes or no? Say for example, if working capital management we are using, why we are using here working capital management? In order to manage the day to day activities of our business. It is it is relatively small. For example, our long term project for 1,000 crores means we will keep as a working capital management. I am keeping to my company to manage as a, say for example, as a 50 crores, 50 crores or 10 crores only I am taking in order to manage the day to day activities of my business. So due to less budget like 10 crores, there is no worry. There is no worry approximately to one large sector to a large sector company. But for small scale industry, 10 crores is a very huge amount. But for long term or for a global level or MNC company, 10 crore amount is a very small amount. But even though it is a small amount, they will make a calculations. They will not leave each 1 rupee. They will not leave each and 1 rupee. My dear student friends, we know that even though every company, MNC company or whatever it may be, their main motive is a profit motive. So they will not give any 1 rupee to their employees for their hard work. But even though if they get losses, they will be they will be silent. But and they will be blame the employees also. They will not be silent. But just I am saying, but the 10 crores of amount is not a is they don't care. They don't care. They just their just future goal is in order to achieve the main profits. For example, in if we keeping the 1,000 crores, approximately in order to achieve the 10,000 crores or 1 lakh crores, whatever it may be, their main benefits is that if we keep some amount also, there should be a large term profits to our company, large term profits our company. So why I am saying that here means our working capital management is a less amount, so it is the reversible decisions. It is the reversible decisions, it is not reversible. Say for example, we know that it is the less amount, no. So for example, today from January month, I am keeping the working capital of 10 crores. For February month, I am keeping the budget of 20 crores. It has been changing frequently. Say, or for example, in January, it has been estimated some more like 10 crores plus 1 crore equals to 11 crores. Whatever it may be, we can change. We can change, no to worry. But when coming to the long term investment decisions, it is very difficult. When coming to the long term investment decisions, it is very difficult. Why? Because our budget is very high, it is beyond the environment, so it is irreversible decision. It is irreversible decision. So here see, observe that I am marking here what they are saying. An important characteristic of project or distinct means it is difference from difference that from day to day working capital management. Yes or no? It is reversible. It is irreversible. Long term investment decisions are irreversible when comparing to the working capital management. Working capital management. So see here, if we once committed, it is difficult to liquidate without substantial loss. So an obvious implication of it, that is the cost of error of judgment in case of project is very high. We know that our errors are so very high. So it is for this reason that capital investment decisions need to be carefully thought through and appraised before committing funds, and committing funds abroad will definitely pose additional issues. We know that in before also we have discussed about the foreign exchange exposure. Here nothing but exposure means risk. We know, we doesn't know for example, say for example, our developing country like India, our currency value is very low. Our currency value is very low when compared to the developed countries, like they have the special drawing rates or baskets of currencies like euros or US dollars, like Great Britain pounds. Their currencies are very high value when compared to our country Indian currency. So in order to compete that such type of risk, in order to compete and or in order to move such type of risk, definitely we should be a proper planning and proper strategies. So due to long term project decisions, errors also will be high. So one more aim, what is the major our aim is that one thing I will like to say, student friends, our budget is very high in our, why? Because we are operating throughout the global world, our business activity. So before taking any investment decisions, we should be careful in order to take such type of decisions. So before committing funds, so funds abroad will definitely pose additional issues. We know that definitely it includes definitely various errors. So how to prepare, how to appraise an international project? Our, it is the main question to us. How to make the decisions? How to make the long-term investment decisions? Means here we can discuss. Of course, it is difficulty only, but how to make these decisions? Here, how to do international project differ from domestic projects, and what are its basic techniques of project appraisal? Could the techniques of project appraisal be same for the domestic as well as international project? If not, why and how not? So here they are asking a question to us. It is easily we can make the international project appraisal decisions? No, certainly not. It is very difficult. He is also another question asking to us. It is the we can make the same, we can use the same techniques for the domestic appraisal as well as for international project appraisal? No, certainly not. Why? Because domestic appraisal project means which we are operating at a Indian level or national level or at a local level. International project appraisal means definitely it is operating at a global level. So however we are using the techniques of project appraisal, but one thing to remember that our project appraisal techniques should also be very excellent and very strategic and very good analysis. But here we should use a proper techniques of project appraisal, as well as our domestic projects appraisal have a different techniques, and international project appraisal also have a different techniques. Here we have a different techniques. So before making a project appraisal, we should make a proper techniques on that. Before making a techniques, we should appraisal a proper techniques on that. So what is the robust framework of analysis of international project? How would you deal with the distinct issues in international analysis, like parents versus project cash flows, parents versus project discount rates, parent versus project country, currency, inflation, and political risk? So another question is saying that what is the robust framework of analysis for international project appraisal? How could you deal with distinct issues? See, he is asking the different issues. What is the robust framework of analysis for international project appraisal? How could you deal? Means how could you deal with different issues in the international investment analysis? What will be that issues, like parents versus project cash flows, parent versus project discount rates, parent versus project country currency? We now itself I have said different countries currencies. Our when comparing to our currency, other countries currency will be very high. Then what are its inflation and also political risk, etc. So we can see here significance of international project appraisal means nothing but what are its importance. So first of all we can observe here the organization's deficiency should also be compared with those of its successful competitors. Such perceptive of self appraisal when matched with environmental analysis facilities management to grasp the opportunities and combat the threats inherent in the environment. So now I have said here before how we can analyze our project and what are our techniques and how we have to implement the techniques regarding the domestic project appraisal techniques as well as for international project appraisal techniques. Certainly there won't be similar techniques for domestic appraisal as well as operating at a global level business. Answer no. Similarly, we have studied the recent issues how we can make. So before, in order to understand such issues, we are learning here the significance or importance of international project appraisal. It will clear you here most importantly. So here, what should do? How we can study here the organization's deficiency means our is there is any deficiency to us should be compared. With whom we should compare? With those of its successful competitors. Say for example, A, B, C are different companies, or D. See here, they are the successful competitors. Our as a our company think that, just assume that ours is a low company. Our company has certain type of deficiency. So what you have to do before making any decisions, we should compare why they are getting the profits, what is our deficiency position, what are our effects of the company, why we are not able to get the profits. So the organization deficiency we are comparing with those of the successful competitors. Such perceptive of self appraisal when matched with environmental analysis facilities management to grasp the opportunities. So what we have to do after analyzing, we should make that environmental analysis facilities and management, and we should grasp the opportunities also. We should not leave any one opportunity also. we should grasp the all the opportunities and combat the threats inherent in the environment. So what are the threats occurring in our internal as well as external environment? Through implementing of various domestic project techniques also, as well as international project techniques also, whatever it may be the company operating at national level or global level, we should make the and we should make the analysis, and we should grasp the opportunities and strengths. And why? Because based on that we should avoid the threats and we should make a proper solution to our problem. Next, international project appraisal has a vital significance in the international corporate planning. We know that it has a very most crucial importance in the international project or corporate planning. Without such AM exercise, it will not be able to possible to formulate economic strategy for an organization on the objective basis. Yes or no? It is not a easy, or we can't do on the assumption basis. Definitely there should be formulating. Why? Because that is a economic strategy for an organization on the objective basis. Next, also another thing, it helps the management in choosing the most suitable niche for the organization, and economic opportunities may bound in different parts of the globe. Then we have to see the position audit of the organization highlights in its distinctive capabilities. We should make the proper company analysis, as well as what is its position of the audit, how we have to make a, and how we have to grasp the economic opportunities in different parts which are available in our entire globe, or entire through our entire world, as well as position of the organization highlights its distinct capabilities on which empire on the foreign business can be gainfully built. It also enables the management to formulate suitable competitive strategy. If we study overall analysis, then only we can able to get one idea how to make the how to make our or how to implement a proper business strategy. Through that, how we can achieve the profits, so if it focuses sharply, it also focuses sharply on the areas whether it is strong and can operate most effectively. With this kind analysis, the management can decide on the business company should engage in a country and what is its business abandon. And it also provides an insight into the weaknesses of the organization. Through this way, the management can take steps to remove the weaknesses of the organization in the long run. So one thing, whatever it may be, the final conclusion here is whatever it may be, or if in order to operate our business at a global level, we should make a proper techniques, like we have to make the analysis or regarding the company analysis, internal external analysis. We should make a proper strategies, like SWOT analysis or whatever it may be, or like we can use the various discounted cash flow techniques or a non-discounted or traditional techniques, whatever it may be. One thing we should remember, that in order to operate at a global level, we should make our economic decision should be very effective, or otherwise definitely we will make a losses. Thanks for watching.